Hello everyone, welcome back. I want to do an updated video on this American Sniper 7.62x5.1. Okay, so I've already talked about before in videos. I was shooting it to 100 yards, and I felt at the time I did the video I was like a little underimpressed that it was getting like like 2.5-inch groups at 100 yards. Because I was shooting over 308 ammunition that was getting closer to 1 inch at 100 yards. Now, I took this out to 400 yards and 500 yards in my Palmetto AR-10, shooting it with the red dot and the magnifier. Okay. Now, one of the things that's worth noting about this is I am getting this for about $17 a box. Okay, so it's a good price. So the question becomes: is the 2 MOA good enough? Okay, is 208 ammunition good enough? So let me show you guys the results, because sometimes when you take ammunition out to distance, the groupings don't hold true. Sometimes they'll open up. So at 400 yards, okay, we're looking at the red ones, right? The red ones over here, right? So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, I'm blowing it. So these red holes that you see over here, okay. Let's take a look over here. I made some notes. So 8.5 inches between the furthest two red ones. Okay, the 8.5 inches comes to 2.1 MOA, and then the best 4 out of the 5 comes out to 1.8. Right, they were 7 inches apart. So 400 yards with the red dot, $17 a box, or $17 and some change for a box. I think that's pretty damn good. Okay, so like I said, I'm kind of doing this video because I think I was a little too poo-poo on it the first time I did the video on this. And realistically speaking, especially if you're shooting with the red dot, right, where you don't get that fine point of aim. So let's talk about what my hold was at 400 yards on this paper here. What I was doing is I was holding center of the paper about a foot above the target. Okay, so I kind of estimated where a foot was over the target at 400 yards, and I tried to hold it as best as I could. And hey, I'm still getting like about 2 MOA with it. Okay, so I think that this ammunition at this price, especially for that type of for the battle rifle configuration, right? I call this the battle rifle configuration, the red dot with the magnifier. I think that's sufficient. Okay, let's look at the 500 yards. So at 500 yards, I've got, again, we're looking at the red ones here, right? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth one went way out there. Okay, so with the fifth one, we're 18 inches apart, so that's 3.6 MOA. But if we look at the best 4 out of 5, this cluster right here, again, at 500 yards, okay, that's a 10-inch group. That is 2.5 MOA. You know what? I think that this ammunition at this price for right now, where we are in actually January 2024, I think that's a good deal. I mean, that's very practical. Now, let's talk about the holdover that I had at 500 yards with the red dot and this. This one's a 6X magnifier. That's the Vortex 6X. Here, let me give you guys a close-up. Okay, so it's a Holosun 510C. Okay, with the Vortex 6X magnifier on this Palmetto PA10 Gen 3. This is the 20-inch barrel, right? So it's a stainless steel 20-inch barrel. It's got, let's say, it says 308 Winchester 1 in 10 twist. Okay, the holdover at 500 yards with the 308 is basically knee to head. Okay, normally with a 5.56, your holdover at 500 yards is belt to head, right? That's the holdover. Okay, because the 308 is going a little bit slower than the 5.56, I estimated that I needed a little bit more, so I went knee to head that distance over. Okay, now when I was shooting this, what I was able to do, because there was like trees in the background, and this is kind of where you're like at a bit of a disadvantage with the 308. as you start trying to do these holdovers, you know, with a red dot, right, where you don't have anything specific to hold on, what I was able to do is the thing hold. There was these two posts holding up a net where I was able to hang the targets on, and that post was about the height that I was looking for, right? Because if you look at the size of this paper, this size of the paper, right, it's basically head to waist, right? So with 5.56, this would be my holdover, right, at 500 yards. So I needed to go a little bit more. I need to head. So I'm kind of using the paper itself to basically figure out my holdover as I'm looking at this through the magnifier. But then now once you figure that out, it can be a little difficult to hold perfectly still at that height. So there were these two poles that were holding up the netting, okay, and it was at about the height that I wanted to be at. So what I did is I went up the pole and then just brought it over, centered it over the paper, and I was kind of using that pole, right, to help me judge my holdover, and it was really effective because look at this beautiful, this beautiful 10-inch group, 10-inch group that I got with 4 out of 5 shots, okay, and even if you consider the 5th one for a total group of 18 inches, that's still inside a man-sized target, right, at 500 yards with a red dot and a magnifier. So, yeah, I felt that I really needed to redo this video, or I'll do this as a supplemental video. I don't delete old videos unless like I made like a mistake or gave the wrong information. I don't delete old videos because it kind of gives people a chance to see, okay, you're looking at a current video, how did I get there? What was the experience that built up to this? Okay, so I generally don't delete old videos. I got videos going back to 2006, okay? I was one of the original gun tubers out there. Although I never monetized the channel, I never went like really commercial with it. And plus back in like 2006, I didn't know anywhere near as much of the stuff that I started picking up around like 2010, 11, 12. That's when I really started getting, you know, that's when I became a certified instructor, and I really started getting into this. Okay? But yeah, this American Sniper 7.62 by 5.1, 149 grains at about $17 and change. I don't remember exactly what it was. Maybe it was like $17.50 per box. I got this, I think, with free shipping. I think the reason why I ordered this was at the time they had free shipping. So I said, hey, let's give these guys a chance. So the free shipping makes a big difference. Look for that free shipping. They, especially around the holidays, that's when a lot of these companies come out with free shipping and stuff like that. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. But yeah, overall, especially for shooting with a red dot, you know, on your 308, you know, red dot magnifier, because you can only be so accurate with a red dot, right? Because a red dot at 500 yards is like this big, okay? So it's kind of hard, you know, if you're shooting with let's say with a variable scope that let's say with a 5-25 where you can really zoom in, and you got like a bullet drop compensator, you know, yeah, you might want something even more accurate. But for a red dot, this ammunition is plenty accurate. Okay? So thanks for watching. Drop some comments below. Let me know what you guys think. I'll talk to you all soon. And check your subscription because YouTube keeps unsubscribing people.